Custom Works. We're going to be doing a bit more on the Meat Wagon, and we're going to be looking at another project. So let's get to the workshop. Right then, so time has come. We need a door in this back. I'm going to put the door in now. Is it the right time to put the door in? No, I don't know. It might not be. But I know I'm absolutely sick of jumping over this to get in and out. So I'm going to cut the door out. So here we go. We've got a door! At last we've got a hole in the wall. Is it a wall? Anyway, what we've got to do now is make good in these rebates. And most importantly, something for the door to shut up to. Because this has got to be nice and sturdy so the door can slam and there'll be no problems. The door is looking really cool. I'm really pleased with how this is turning out. Doors are always a problem. To make a door work in a vehicle is just a nightmare. So many curves and stuff. It's not like just hanging a door in your house. Anyway, this is going to have nicer hinges than this. If you look, these are just some steel hinges, but it will have external hinges, which has made it a lot easier. And the door nicely swings open and closes, and it closes to a point where I'll be able to fill fibreglass to get this. This will all be dead straight. So this curve comes from there all the way down there, nice and straight. Door closes, nice tight panel gap, and it all looks really good. I know it looks a bit crazy at the minute. It's a lot of unsanded filler, but that's just the way it is. Let's have a look at how the door's made. So this is looking particularly rough at the minute, but how it's made is I just chopped it out of the wooden frame. So I'd made the whole panel, as you saw, and then I chopped it out of the wooden frame, and then I hinged it, though it wasn't really that easy because the door had a lot of twist and a lot of movement in it, and it didn't instantly just fit back in the hole. You know, things have got to be at the right angle so that the door, you know, has clearance. So what I've done, I've fiberglassed down the edge of the door here, and that gives it a lot of strength in this sort of plane of strength. And I've also done that down this side as well. So there is a hell of a lot of strength there. And also it gives this rebate on this, we've made this rebate on the side of the door just by making the door, say, 20mm too small, and then just overshooting some fiberglass there, so that we've got a bit sticking out, then the frame, so that as it opens, this doesn't bind against there. Once this is done, this will all be panelled in, and the inside of the door will be finished, and it will look great. It does look a little bit rough at the minute, but it's very strong, very stiff. It's a great door. Hey, well, actually inside the van. I know there's no roof yet, but there soon will be. As we've said, there is a door. So, inside here, a lot of bracing, a lot of diagonal stuff, a lot of stuff that obviously won't be here when it's finished. That's just to keep everything nice and true just while we're making it. In here, and this is one of the reasons why at the minute there is so much bracing, there will be worktops running the full length of this. And for those worktops, there will be some framework, and that framework will hold the sides of the van really strong. So once it's all together, it'll be super strong. Just for now though, we've got all the bracing in. We're going to do lots of fiberglass in on all the joints to make the body more rigid, and at the back where there's the big curve there, you can't see it because the camera is the wrong way around at the minute, but those curves, they'll be fiberglass. There's going to be portholes in the back as well. And just here, if I was just here and I was the man with the meat, this is where the opening to sell stuff out of will be. And you've got to imagine the roof in here is going to come up and over and back down like this. And the tops of this door is going to open gull wing style, and here with the hatch, that's also going to open gull wing style. So I'd be here, I don't know, with a burger or whatever, selling that to someone. There you go, triple cheese, enjoy, that sort of thing. But yeah, that'll be a nice counter just here. Maybe the tail here, that'll be £1. Yeah, it's going to be great. It really is coming on really well. And in this bit at the front, you know, ceiling in here is a bit weird, but imagine this is going to be a huge storage space above the cab. And my mind does go to what an absolutely super cool camper this would have made. You get a double bed in there, you'd have space here, you have stuff up there, I don't know, whatever you need to go and live in a van. But yeah, it's coming on really good. Right, so in here, as you can see, we've got the dually wheels in the back, and then we've got this airbag setup and the shock mount in there. And the galley looks like it goes really narrow, but in reality, once the cupboards and everything's in, that's probably as wide as a strip of floor will be all the way along. And you know, all this, the airbag setup and the twin wheels will all sort of live inside a cupboard just there. So that'll all be boxed in, and you know, you won't even know it's there. We'll have, I don't know, drawers above there or whatever. And then in this bit, where it's all nice and curved, I don't know, I'd probably be, these won't be in my way, but you know, there'll be a worktop here, and you know, this will be a food preparation area back here. Say if I was standing just here, that'd be better. I'm making food. Pancakes, you know, whatever. But yeah, so this is going to be super cool. Also, in the back just here, there'll be portholes in the wall so you can get extra ventilation in there. This rear of the roof, if you look at this curve's quite tight on this bit. The van really tapers down. And then you imagine that will be the curve of the roof, and this whole back bit will be like, the roof will be sort of domed at the back. The back of the roof on this is going to look so good. Then we're going to have some sort of Art Deco details down the back of that. It's going to really have the look of like a Zeppelin airship, steam train, diesel punk sort of cool thing from the back. That bit I'm really looking forward to making. Okay then, so quick update on the Meat Wagon. So what have we got at the minute? We've got the front end on, we've got this front wheel arch. That's all been very strong, fiberglass in position there, really nice stance. Got the running boards on. These running boards are the ones that, they're all fiberglass, but what we've done is we've actually fiberglassed 2 lengths of 3x2 into the running board underneath. Now, these are only attached either end at the minute, but if I stand in the middle here, they are super strong. They're going to be bonded to the underside of the car at the end, so they're going to be super strong. But also, with the beauty of fiberglass, it's always got a bit of flex to it, so you sort of beach it out on a speed bump, it don't matter. So, moving back, we've got this lovely body line that flows all the way down to the back of the car. We've made the sides to the van that have got the same sort of curve as the door. Also, we have got this, the rear fender, just like we used on the WTF1, except we've cut it down, made it narrower, so we've still got a nice bit of detail on the side of the van. And we've also made these removable wheel spats. Now, they're the original wheel arch from the taxi. Attach this dye bond and fiberglass they'll be made a lot prettier, and they'll probably have a bit of that sort of beading round when they're finally on. But this means you can remove this, easily take the wheels off. You know, you've not got to jack it up a mile in the air just to drop the axle down. So, moving around to the back, bumper, that's really coming along now, and the body lines are looking nice. I'm really pleased about that. These like large flat areas, these are going to have like a rolled bead put into them, and I'll be showing you how to do that in a future episode. A lot of filling needs doing, a lot of making good, but as we move around to the back, we can see the rear of the vehicle. So you can see the rear of the vehicle here, and on the rear of the vehicle, we're going to have 2 portholes that open for extra ventilation. They're going to look really cool. We're going to have this like big sort of Art Deco spine that comes up the back, goes into the roof, it will flare out, and then that will meet the raised top in the roof. So the roof will come over like that, then it'll have a raised bit like that, just for a bit of extra headroom, and we're going to put some skylights in there as well. Yeah, so down this side, we've probably shown you everything, and we've shown you how we've done this excellent door, that once that's done and has got a latch on it, you know, oh, it's going to be so nice. It's all just going to flow through, you'll barely know it's there. Moving on, this side's a lot rougher than the other side. This side has literally just been put together. But we've started blending the doors in, stuff like that. It's all looking great. Interiors, the bench seat and everything's in. That's looking good. Oh yeah. The front of the Meat Wagon is just looking awesome. It's got these two massive Dagmars on it, and this is where the number plate's going to go. Awesome front bumper, lights are going to go there, and then we've got this massive grille. And just think, we're going to chrome all of this. So the front of this is going to be just bling city. It's going to look so good, and it's going to look, if this is following you down the street, it's going to look like it's going to bite you on the ass. We've also got the bonnet hinge and everything. The bonnet opens, closes on a latch, cable release. All of that's finished. And this is all really strong. We made this bit in a piece of marine ply, and we've fiberglassed that all into the body. Also, this is fiberglass to the original bumper of the taxi. On the WTF1, I took all the bumper off and everything. I'd never for a minute thought it'd be in the right place. But for this front, it fits up to the bumper, literally like it's made for it. So this time it's got the original bumper on the original bumper irons, all in there and super solid. Okay, so moving under the hood, this is a diesel tank. This is going to be okay in the MOT in it. I've rested it on the engine, and there's these like shady pop. No. This is just temporary. Yeah, that's it. What am I thinking? This is just temporary because, sadly, for a while, this is the last we're going to see of the Meat Wagon. It's going to be shoved over in the corner. I dare say you'll see it there most weeks. And we're going to move on to some other projects. At the minute, what we're trying to do, though, is get the engine running, because I sat in it earlier on today, tried to start it for ages, thought, what's going on? This thing always starts really good. Yeah, it's because I'd cut the diesel tank out and cut the fuel lines. So now I'm trying to link it back in, so I can manoeuvre it into the corner of the workshop without having to push it, because now this thing is a beast. So hopefully I'll get it running at some point. We'll get it over there. And then we'll start working on another amazing project. Alright, this is, it's kind of a new project, but it's not a new project. I'm not going to be going through the entire build on this truck because it's a lot like the other truck. It's the same fiberglass moulds as we did before. Basically, it's all the same, but this is going to have some super cool touches. So, starting at the front, what we're going to do, instead of having the nostrils, we're going to have like a vent that goes across here, like an air inlet, because this truck's going to have a slightly more modern twist. I've done the arches slightly different on this, and on the doors, we've got this sort of this flush handle. Can't open the door at the moment because I've just radiused the rear corner of the door, so that door don't open at the minute. So this truck will have no door handles. This is using the actual taxi handle, so we keep all the central locking and everything. And it's there, and there'll be a little cut out there, so you just put your hand behind and bump and pops the door open. So that's a little change. The back's got pretty much the same bed, same arches. I have done inside the bed. There's this, when all this is painted, this will look more like it's a pressed steel panel. And that's about it. Might be putting a tonneau cover on this, but I don't know. I think that's how it's said. Tonneau, something like that. Them covers. One of them. I don't know yet though. But moving around to the back, this is where there's some differences. Now the bed on this is a little bit shorter. So we've got the tailgate here, and then we're going to have a valance. But in the valance, we're going to have a cutout for 4 big exhaust tips, if I can hold them. So, you know, it'll be like 2 of them there and 2 of them over there. But what I've got to do is first, obviously these need to be attached to an exhaust pipe. So I will, I'm going to make up a bit of exhaust, and what we're going to do is just come off the end of the standard exhaust, go across, 4 outlets, hopefully smoke will come out of all 4. If it doesn't, I'm not too bothered. But and what I'll do, I'll make this with a pipe coming off it, and then I know where that bit is, and then I'll join it to the exhaust, which is under there. I'm going to get a piece of exhaust tube in now and measure that up to where these have got to go. Okay, so if I offer this up to here, I know that I've got a gap there. That's where I've got to get 2 in between the end of the pipe and this mark. And also similarly on the other side, basically that's where they've got to go. So I get that on there and that on there. I'll put some pipes into that bit, and then obviously the same on that side. I have got another 2 of these. And then what we'll have is that all mounted together, all rigid and strong, so then I can offer that up, make some mounts, and then form the rear valance around that. So what I've done here, I've marked these out at 100mm wide for each exhaust to fit in. There's my exhaust, they're going to fit on there. They're about 100mm wide there, 4-inch outlet. So what I'm going to do is put some pipes coming out of here and attach those onto there. Here we are. We've got the exhaust on this piece of tube that we made over there on the bench. These are going to sit a little bit lower than this, but what I'm doing, I'm just mocking it up because. So what I need to do is I need to connect this to. I don't know if you can see under there. You can see here where the original exhaust comes out. So what I need to do is something like this. And come round here up into the middle of this, so we get smoke out of both sides, and yeah, that should be good. But first I've got to get this more towards the centre, so I'm going to cut this bit off of here and then probably put a tack on there, something like that. So I want to get this piece of timber cut out and get this at the right height, so let's give that a go. What I've done here is, I've got the exhaust where I want them. I don't think they're going to catch anywhere on speed bumps and stuff. I think that's pretty good. And now all I've got to do is make them so they stay there. However, the whole back of this vehicle is well, it's all just fibreglass, so I need something to weld to. So I've made this bracket that is going to go, if you look in here, it's going to go around the fuel tank. It's going to bolt onto this piece of very strong timber. I'll probably pack this off and get another bolt in there. And then if we come around here, it will come down and fit to there. Now, here we go, twin exhausts, and they are piped up to the they're piped up to the exhaust. So I'm going to start the car, just make sure everything works. Let's start it up, see if smoke comes out. Any smoke? And did it come from both sides?
Yeah.
No way! Really? Smoke from both sides. Excellent. And so much smoke in the workshop. Get up. Join us next time. We'll be doing a bit more on that rear bumper and a few other great projects, all here, all on Custom Works. And a big shout out to Daphne, Karen and Gemma for my great mug. Thank you very much. Okay, so join us next time on Custom Works. In the meantime, press the subscribe button, click the bell icon, and also leave a comment below and give us a big thumbs up. Until next time, thank you very much and good night.